Welcome to Civilian Jeeps. I'm Jake, and today we're in Petros, Tennessee at a little off-road expo almost. It's an Overland event. It's called the Southeast Overland Camping Event. And I've got my Bantam trailer that I tow behind my CJ and my LJ at this event. So I thought this would be a perfect time to show you phase 3 of this build. Now, some of you might recognize this trailer from phase 1 and 2, but it's undergone quite the transformation in the past few months. So let's go ahead and I'm going to show you everything about this trailer and what all I've put into it. Starting with the rear, one thing that is a big difference from the other phases of this trailer is I've enclosed it. I've enclosed it and put this shell around it so you can't easily just reach inside the trailer and pick something out of it like before. I've also put this bed slide, it's by Dexter, and it's out of a Gladiator, and it fit perfect for this Bantam T3C trailer. And it's easy to get in and out of my cooler because everything just slides through. Now, this is my kitchen box. I've got my pots and pans and stuff like that in there. This is my grill. I've got deck boxes for everything. This is like ratchet straps. This is stakes. I've got 2 more deck boxes. The one behind it is my clothes, and then the one furthest back is my kitchen supplies. Everything goes nicely inside this trailer, including my water tank supply. This is my water. This is the spray nozzle. It's pressurized up to like 30 pounds. But this is my first aid kit, little GMRS radio, so I know what's going on at this event. Now back in behind here along the side, this is a box that I keep my bedding in, like my little mattress that I add on top of the mattress that's in the rooftop tent. I keep that in that box, and this is where like my folding chairs, my Devos Light Ranger, my extra poles, stuff like that, it all goes in this little nook. Now, in case you're wondering, this trailer is a 1946 Bantam T3C, and it's all been custom built. And I know in the last video I did years ago, a lot of people was asking me how the actual lift on this trailer is. This is a box lift, and the lift is from angle tubing welded to the leaf spring mount for the new 3,500 pound leafs are mounted on a new mount right here. And this is a Dexter, well actually it's Rockwell. It's a Rockwell 3,500 pound axle under it, and it has the Dexter electric trailer brakes and Dexter bearings. I put that on about 3 months ago. So all the suspension work is custom. It's riding on 35 1250 mud tires, and that's a 15-inch wheel, and that box frame lift is enough for clearance with the fender wells. It has LED lighting on it. This is signpost tubing that's welded to the sides, and that's what gives you your leveling devices. You crank the nose down, and then the rear end sits higher. You put your levels down, and then you crank the nose back up, and you go past level, put your front down, and then just go down just a little bit on your level, and it'll set perfect. And you have landing gear levelers so the trailer doesn't rock back and forth whenever you get up into it. Now, I did a barn door style on the actual doors for this trailer, and so far I really like it. It's pretty secure. I'm able to get this pin, slide the pin in, and then I have a lock that goes there and then a lock that goes there, so it's double locked. You know, it's going to keep an honest man honest, really. That's what I like to say. If a thief wants to get in here, he's still going to get in this trailer, but it's just less likely the way I have it set up now. So let's keep on going around the trailer. This is an FSR Odyssey 55-inch rooftop tent that's on this. I bought it used. It does have a solar panel mounted to the top of it, but I'll talk about that a little later. This is an ARB, I think 2000 by 2500 millimeter, which is 6.5 feet by 8 foot awning room. Great for bugs, and it will roll down and keep you out of the elements if you need that. Now inside of here, I have my chair and a little table, and then the Devos Light Ranger lights up this little area at night. Under it's a buddy heater. I'm able to have a buddy heater because on the other side, if you noticed, I have a propane tank, and I have that 20-pound propane tank mounted to the side, and then this hose right here is around 12 feet long, so I'm able to snake it around wherever I need to go, whether it be up in the tent or in my room. I can take that hose wherever I need. Now on the side, I have an Overland Axis 2-gallon roto pack, and then that's pretty much it. I have a little axe right here that's hidden behind my ARB room, and then this, that's wrapped around the axe, is just a spare tire bag that I can put on the LJ if I need to. That is a battery setup. I'll get to that here in a minute. That's quite detailed, but let's keep on going around. This is a Darche 180. It's Australian made. It's an awning, and it's very good quality compared to some. I got it all tethered down. There's supposed to be 15-mile-an-hour winds coming either later tonight or tomorrow. So I've got this thing tied down as much as possible. I also have my Priest Precision onboard air, like my power tank, my tank set up in the back, because what I do with that is I'm able to use that tank setup to be able to put water inside, or pressurized water in my canister. Now, one thing with the front is this battery setup. It's my latest thing that I've done, and I've put a lot of time into it. I've got 2 wet cell deep cycle batteries, an MPPT charge controller for the solar, a pure sine wave 1000-watt inverter, a NOCO 10-amp shore power charger, some bus bars right there to keep it all nice and clean. I got 2 fans, one down here that's pushing air in, and then that one's, we're pulling air in, this one's pushing air out, so it keeps it nice and cool and somewhat regulated. So that's my battery box setup. I have another video that I just posted not too long ago explaining everything about that battery box. If you're interested in it, make sure to check that video out. I'll also have the battery monitor over here by Renogy. You can see right now the solar panel is not even pointing the right direction, and it's bringing in over an amp. I'm 100%, and there's 160 amp hours in both batteries, well, 80 apiece, 160 total. This is my Auxbeam controller for the lights. I've got the 12-volt source right here. That is a battery indicator mounted on the side of the box. Side light, front light, the passenger side light, rear light, interior light, and a battery box light. I also have a remote that controls the whole trailer, and this is the lighting that I put on the sides. Each section is controlled by its own switch, so I can independently turn them on at night. So as far as the tongue goes, it's nothing too fancy. This is the lock and roll hitch, and this is what goes, or is welded onto the actual tongue, the 2-inch tongue of the trailer. And then this is what goes in your hitch receiver right there, and it rolls. And because the other one's a bar, they can go up and down, so it's a full 360 motion. Overall, the trailer, I've had this thing for years. I bought it, I can't even remember it. It's been a while since I've had it, but I did sell it. I sold it back in 2021 to a guy in South Carolina, and then I seen it on Marketplace, and I was able to buy it back, fortunately. So I've been real lucky, been able to buy my trailer back, and I decided now that I'm in a different stage in life, I just want to build my trailer up. So that's what I've been doing. I've been building and working on this trailer and building it to where I wanted it all this time, but didn't have the time or financial resources to be able to build this thing back then. And if you think this thing's nice, this Southeast Overland camping event, as you see off in the distance, I mean, there's trailers here and rigs here that make mine look like I'm in the poorhouse. It is absolutely nuts. But let me go ahead and show you inside this Odyssey, or this FSR Odyssey 55-inch. That is my sleeping bag. That's a top quilt. This is a really nice mattress that's in here, but I broke my back when I was 18. And I have back problems occasionally, so I have a Nemo on it as well for that extra support. There's a light that goes all the way across there. I have a battery bank, able to turn that on at night. It's really quick to set up, which I like. I had a Smitty built on phase 1, and it just took way too long to set the Smitty build up. So this is a lot more user friendly. Well, this is my kitchen box. I have the actual pan that goes on the grill, some collapsible buckets. That's what I use with my water setup to wash dishes. These are just regular plates, cheap ones from Walmart. This is a whole unit that has my spatula, lighter, silverware, that sort of thing. That's all compacted into one. Some more collapsible bowls. These collapsible cups are really, really cool. Got them for pretty cheap off Amazon. This is stuff to clean. That's fire starter. Vaseline and cotton balls, if you don't know, is awesome for starting a fire. This is the scrub mommy. It's great for washing dishes. And then this is my steak box. A lot of these are new. Actually, a lot of this stuff in general is new. Phase 3, I bought a lot of extra stuff for this that hasn't been used yet. So I can't really tell you what works well and what doesn't, because I've not got a whole lot of miles on a lot of this stuff. This is my steak box. This one I keep my clothes in. Keeps them dry. This is my ratchet straps. Slide it in behind it. And I fully intended on making big meals here, but my buddies canceled on me last minute, so it's just me on this trip. So my etiquette here is Pop-Tarts. I have Pop-Tarts. I was going to do a T-bone steak, corn, mashed potatoes, green beans. For breakfast, I was going to do bacon, eggs, pan-fried potatoes, that sort of thing, but I'm just not going to make all that if it's just me. And here on the battery box, I'll go ahead and show you. I went in more detail in the other video, but this is shore power. This is where it blows air out from that vent that I got installed. This is where I can plug something up like a surge protector to get some outlets. That's my leveler. This is my 12-volt source. Eventually plan to want to do like a shower, like a propane shower, and I'll plug it into that 12-volt. And that's my battery indicator for volts. I just don't have it turned on right now. And if I come here and press interior on my panel, I can go to the back and press this button here as well. And I do have interior lighting all throughout the trailer. Well, that's the quick explanation of everything that I've done to this trailer. This is all custom made. It's been built by me. I sold this trailer to a guy once, bought it back, and decided, you know, I don't know that I'm ever going to sell it again because I just love this thing. For the amount that I got in it, you couldn't touch the price-wise. There's people that are selling trailers like this for $40,000+, and I don't have a fraction of that in this, and it's still just as capable. As far as what I'm going to be doing to it next is I'm going to take some 1-inch tubing and reinforce down here so it can handle the extra weight. I'm also going to be adding shocks on both sides, and then like I mentioned, I do have trailer brakes on it now, so it stops pretty well. This is more solar. Those are Jackery panels, which I can actually use those on my battery box as well. If this solar panel that's mounted to the top of my FSR is not in direct sun, I can plug those Jackery panels either into my Jackery or into my battery box and position them where I can have some more amperage going into my unit. So that's pretty much it for this trailer. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if you have any questions below. You know, when it comes to Jeeps, keep it classic.